Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Monday, February 4th, 2019. Very mild day here at the homestead. As you can see, some clouds in the sky, but nothing heavy duty. We actually pulled in, and there's Mr. Buddy again. What's up, buddy? We pulled in 1.9 kilowatt hours so far today, which is really good actually, in comparison to what we have been bringing in. And a lot of meltage today. We're in the 50s today. I think we hit 55 today, so I'm not going to complain. Yes, I hear you. I know. I'm not going to complain about that at all. I have been just doing a lot of sleeping. So, this sickness is I feel better today than I have, but I'm just really wiped out. I'm exhausted. So, it has not been a whole lot of fun, I'll be honest with you. So, anyway, so I want to talk about the topic of today's video. What? I hear you. We're going to talk on the video. We're not talking about you right now. I know, but we're not going to. Sorry. So, I want to talk about how people are going to react after S.H.T.F happens. And I think a lot of people underestimate this because so many people are unprepared for S.H.T.F, and so they don't think about the way people are going to react. So first of all, the first reaction I think is going to happen with most people is going to be complete and utter panic. And it may take a few days for that to settle in, to be honest with you, depending on the event, because they're going to be waiting around for things to go back to normal. I think a lot of people are going to do that in the very beginning. They're going to be sitting around waiting for the lights to come back on and things to go back to normal, because, you know, that's what's going to happen, because it always happens. Well, once that doesn't happen, I think that's when true panic is going to set in for a lot of people. And that's a really scary thing, because there's nothing more unpredictable or dangerous than when somebody's afraid, okay? So I want you to think about that. When, what? I'm trying to, excuse me, I'm trying to make a video. I know it. I know. So, he's just being a nut today again, just like yesterday. Yeah, it's when you have somebody that's afraid. I mean, think about this. When you back somebody into a corner and you enact that fight or flight syndrome with somebody, you don't know what they're going to do. You know, I mean, if you've backed them into a corner, they're either going to fight or they're going to cower. That's, you know, but the thing is, if you give them an out, they're either going to fight or they're going to run. But, you know, people are not going to be very predictable, I guess is the right word, when S.H.T.F happens. So that's a very scary thing, because you don't know what they're capable of doing or what they're going to do, how they're going to react. People are not going to act or you know, like they normally would. So, excuse me. That's something that I want you guys to think about. So, you know, with people that are prepared, like obviously most of the people that are watching my videos are either preppers or they're getting prepared and they're preparing themselves, or, you know, they're in that mindset. So, they already have a game plan in place and they're thinking about that ahead of time. Where the people that are unprepared are just, they're just kind of skating through and they're not really thinking about, you know, the big picture of what am I going to do and how I'm going to act and stuff like that. Because preppers are going to act, they're not going to react, where the general public is going to react. So, you know, like I said, the panic is going to be the first thing. After panic, then it's going to be anger, and then it's going to be the entitlement mindset with a lot of people. And a lot of people are going to think, well, wait a minute, I deserve to have this, or I deserve to have that. And so you're going to be dealing with a lot of looting, a lot of, you know, of those that nature of things, where people are going to be, you know, going to get what they think that they deserve, and, you know, or they want, you know. And so, and then obviously anybody that's prepared, you know, they're going to be a target. So that's something to think about too. But the thing I think a lot of people don't think about, because I get a lot of these things on here where people will say, well, you know, when S.H.T.F happens, you know, people are going to come and they're going to take your stuff. And so, you know, I think that people really don't think through those thoughts when they say that type of stuff. Will preppers be a target? Sure they will. But again, there's a lot softer targets out there that are going to be easier to take than trying to go after a prepper when S.H.T.F happens. I think down the road, when more organized groups get together, then preppers are going to be more of a target at that point. But in the beginning, I think that in the beginning of an S.H.T.F event, if you're going to go after a prepper or a prepper group, I think you're asking for a lot more than you're going to be able to handle, because if somebody has had the foresight and the thought process of preparing ahead of time, they've really done their homework and they're ready overall. And so what do I mean by that? Obviously, then it's not just, having food and, alternative ways to heat your home. Most preppers probably have guns. Most preppers probably have a lot of ammo. Most preppers have a game plan. And if somebody's going to come and attack them, they're going to know how to deal with that, because they have been practicing. They've been putting rounds down line, so they're proficient with their weapons. They just don't have them. They know how to use them too. Where a lot of people are not prepared. They're not used to using guns. They don't know how to handle guns. Most preppers are going to be very, very efficient in knowing how to use weapons, knowing how to hit targets. Now, obviously, if somebody has never been in a firefight before and has never had somebody shooting at them back, it's a different reaction, obviously, okay? And so, but excuse me, guys, I'm sorry, I was not swallowing that back down. They're going to be, they're going to be able to handle that situation better. I don't think anybody under fire is going to be calm. I can't say that anybody would be calm under fire, but I think that preppers are going to be more ready to deal with those situations where people that want to be tough guys, that think that they're just going to go ahead and raid people and stuff like that. When people start shooting at them for the first time, you're going to see true panic in people. So, people need to think about these things ahead of time. I mean, it's like, it's easy to talk a lot of BS and say a lot of different things. But, if you sit down and you really contemplate things and you think things through and those type of things, you really look at things differently than you would otherwise. So, that really makes a big difference as far as that goes. So now Buddy's over on the steps now, just chilling out over here now. He couldn't get his attention, so he had to take off. So I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are on this topic, because I really think that it's something to think about. How do you think that people are going to react once S.H.T.F happens? Once the real true reality that a worst case scenario has happened, and how do you think they're going to act, and how do you think they're going to react to the situation? I think it'll be very, very interesting, to be honest with you. We've had a couple really nice days here in a row at the homestead, and I really wish I could have been able to enjoy them. I got up today, and I was up for maybe an hour, hour and a half, and then I laid back down and went back to sleep. I mean, it's been crazy. I've never slept this much, guys, in my life. Obviously, I need it to try to recover. I do feel a lot better than I did, because I was doing absolutely nothing but sleeping. I mean, being up for 10 minutes and then going back to sleep. So I'm still wiped out, I'll be honest with you. I just, the energy level is not there. But, what are you going to do? It's part of the whole thing of being sick. But I do feel better. And but we've had a lot of meltage of snow up here, which is great. And so that's been a real blessing, because it's like I freaking really hate winter. And so, I'm just trying to recover. That's what I'm trying to do right now. It was funny when I was showing the camper yesterday in my video. Brian messaged me, and he goes, "Is that window broken?" So I'm like, "I don't think so." But he goes, "Would you go and look for me?" So I went out here last night, and I was checking it out and seeing if it was broken or not, but it wasn't. So, but like if you look over here, guys, that was all snow covered over and through there yesterday, and that's all melted off. So that's really, really good. It's like I said, the temperature has it's definitely been warmer. We got a couple more days where it's going to still be warmer, so a lot more of the snow should melt off. But I mean, even in the driveway, you know, we got a lot more clear that way, and even down through here. So, but anyway, guys, I definitely like to hear what your feedback is. I want to hear what your thoughts are on this topic. I think it's going to be very interesting, the way things are going to go once S.H.T.F happens. But I definitely want to hear your feedback. Actually, it's weird. I was dreaming about this, so I thought, I said, well, let me get up and I'll make a video about it. So anyway, guys, remember, we are all in this together, and that's important to remember. I think a lot of people lose sight of that. Remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. So it's real important to tell the people that you care about every day how you feel about them. And remember STD, guys. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. And the only one that's going to stop you from getting there is you, okay? So I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you're having a good week. And the Patriots did win. So I was actually happy to see that. Number 6 for Tom Brady. The guy's the best ever. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. I don't care if you hate him or you think he's a cheater or whatever. He's the best quarterback that ever played the game. And, you know, at 40 years old, winning another Super Bowl. Unbelievable. So, anyway, and I am a Cowboy fan. Anybody that knows, that's been watching my channel, I'm a die-hard Cowboys fan. So, you know, we haven't been to the Super Bowl in a hot minute, so. But I respect good play. So, anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. Have a great day. I will talk to you all tomorrow. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.